I used to think getting rich meant working 100-hour weeks and living in a crazy spreadsheet. I was grinding 80 hours a week, chasing more and more money, and I hated it. The richer I got, the more miserable I was. I was burning out fast, but then I tried something insane. I stopped obsessing over the numbers and started thinking about my money differently, and everything changed. I started building real wealth, the kind that lets you sleep at night, and I did it without burning out. Today I'm giving you the 3 secrets that completely changed my life and my bank account. Alright, strategy number 1 is the most important one, so listen up. It's all about awareness, but with a crazy twist. Zero judgment. I know what you're thinking, track my spending? Wow, what an original idea. No, that's boring and it doesn't work. For me, tracking my spending just made me feel terrible. Every coffee I bought felt like a massive failure. It was a stupid cycle. I'd feel guilty. Then I'd spend a ton of money just to feel better. It was a disaster. The change happened when I started acting like a scientist. The goal wasn't to cut my budget to zero. It was just to see where the money was going. For 1 week, I tracked every single dollar and asked one question. How did I feel when I spent this? And what I found was shocking. I was wasting thousands on things that didn't even make me happy. They were just habits. That daily gourmet coffee, it was more about escaping my desk than the coffee itself. The late-night online shopping, a total response to stress. Seeing these patterns without feeling like a failure gave me all the power. It wasn't about willpower, it was about awareness. This is how you find all the dumb money rules stuck in your brain and destroy them forever. Secret number 2 is so easy. You can start today. I call it the power of the pause. Think about it. Spending money is instant. One click, tap, and your money is gone. Speed is the enemy. You need to create a tiny bit of space between I want that and I bought that. That space will save you thousands. So I made a simple rule. For any non-essential purchase over $50, I had to wait 24 hours. No exceptions. I'd add it to my cart and just walk away. That's it. No debating. Just a pause. And guess what happened? 9 times out of 10. The next day, I didn't even want it anymore. That I need this now feeling was completely gone. That pause lets your logical brain catch up to your emotional, I want it now brain. It gives you a second to ask the real questions. Does this actually make my life better? And here's the billion-dollar question. Is this thing worth the hours of my life I worked to pay for it? That question changes everything. Suddenly, a $100 pair of shoes isn't just $100. It's 5 hours of your life you can never get back. Is it worth it? Sometimes, yeah. But usually it's a huge no. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making your spending a choice, not a stupid reflex. And the final strategy pulls it all together. This is how you get rich and happy, aligning your spending with what you actually want out of life. Because having a giant pile of money with no purpose, that's the most boring goal in the world. Trust me, that's what burned me out in the first place. Real wealth is having the resources to fund the life you genuinely love. But first you have to know what you actually value. So I literally sat down and wrote out my top 5 values: freedom, health, learning, experiences with loved ones, and generosity. Then I looked at where my money was going, and whoa! It was a wake-up call. I was blowing crazy money on convenience and status symbols, things that weren't even on my list, while being cheap with the things I said mattered most. So I made a change. I took all the money I was saving from that mindless spending and aimed it like a laser at the things that mattered. I cut back on takeout and instead invested in a course to learn a new skill. I stopped buying fast fashion and started a travel fund. Every dollar became a vote for the life I actually wanted. This is also where gratitude is a cheat code. I started a daily habit of noting one financial win, whether it was resisting an impulse buy or putting an extra $20 into savings. This tiny habit rewired my brain from I'm broke to I have more than enough, which makes saving and investing 1,000,000 times easier. Look, ditching that grind yourself to dust mindset didn't just grow my net worth, it gave me my life back. This isn't some crazy, complicated system or about being extremely frugal. It literally just starts with paying attention. So here's your challenge. Start small. For 1 week, just focus on awareness. Track what you spend, and more importantly, how it makes you feel. No guilt, no judgment, just be a scientist. Thanks for watching, and always remember, the goal isn't just to be rich, it's to live a rich life.